What is, let's see what's going on here. Are we live? Yes, we are live. Let me get over to my I'm not seeing. Okay, we are live. Let me just go to here. You in Safari. Yeah, we are live. Okay, we are in Cupertino. Let me just turn that down. I got to change a couple of settings here. Where is my... hold on one second. Let me just get doing a couple of little things. Here we are. Got to change that. For some reason it defaults to the wrong sample rate. All right, so here we go. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, let's see what's going on here. For some reason, it's not registering on my phone. Where I normally am going to be. What the heck? I don't know why it's not showing up on my phone, on my Facebook account, but it's not. Let me go over here. Hold on one second. Well, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Let me... So normally I have a big setup. As you can see, I have my DJI mic. I'm using my DJI mic. Sounds better than the built-in MacBook Pro mic. Now, why is that just... I'm not sure why it's not showing up on my phone, on my Facebook. But it's not. I don't know why. That's usually where let me just, I'll just do this. I will just do this. And we'll go over to here. I'm just gonna, I'll be right with you. We are going to, here we are. There we are. So, yeah, I made it to Cupertino. Everything was pretty much uneventful. The flight was good, and it had a neat feature this time that I haven't had before. Like, you could follow the plane across a map of the United States as it was going. So we got our comment from Philip. Now I'm not sure. See you for champagne hour. Phil, I'm not sure. Is that down in the bar? Is that down in the Park View? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. What time is it there? It is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. How many hours till the Creative Summit? The Creative Summit starts tomorrow morning. I'm excited for the new Final Cut Pro update. We don't know what the update's going to be. We just know there's going to be an update because they've already shown a little teeny things in a drop-down menu with the Mac Mini. And then they said they're going to be, Apple said last year that they're going to add editing for the Vision Pro, which I personally don't care about. When I did a poll on Twitter, 75% of the people didn't care about editing with the Vision Pro because most people don't have the Vision Pro. It's like 3D text all over again. But even though I don't care about the Vision Pro editing, I'm glad for those of you that want it. I have to always say that because I don't want it. Most people don't care about it. Most people are not going to edit on a Vision Pro. So that feature is like over here to the side. It's not affecting the majority of people. So anyway, made it. This is the hotel room. You can see it in the background. This is where I'll be broadcasting from. I'm not sure why it's not coming up. It's really weird because usually I can go on there and add it to, but for some reason it's not. You know what, let me just check this. Let me check. Yeah, Wi-Fi is connected. I don't know. I do not know why I'm not seeing my feed live. I am seeing it live somewhere over here. Let's go. Well, oh, you're on YouTube. James Berrigan. Very, very cool. I Nobody. Usually I see you on X. Usually you're on X. So tomorrow, Apple Day. Tomorrow's Apple Day. We'll have to see what they have to show us. Have no idea. I'm just going to presume they're going to show us something, and something more than what they've already shown us in a little teeny drop-down menu. They had one little item, and then they talked about the Vision Pro from last year. That's 3 things. Hopefully it's more than that. We'll have to see. My expectations are down this level, just like last year. I don't have high expectations. I have expectations in the below the middle. So maybe they can raise the expectations up with some very cool features. We don't know what it's going to be called. Yeah, tempered expectations, yes. Optimistic, but I don't know what to expect. So I'm not going to have very, very high expectations. Let me do something here. I'm going to do this. So we got a bunch of people watching right now. Let me go over here to the YouTube channel. So I do have, it's very cool, I do have my iPad Pro screen as a second monitor, so I can watch things on both monitors, which is very, very cool. How do I close that? There we go, close that. So let me see. So I'm going to number these different live streams. This is 002. 001 was the airport. Our friend Roz says, hi Richard, how you doing? I'm doing pretty darn well. I've heard rumors of the magnetic mask, but never was able to find a screenshot supporting that claim. Well, the screenshot, they had, when they did the Mac Mini demo, okay, they had a little menu drop-down item that said magnetic mask. That's the only thing we know. It says something about captions, convert to captions, and a magnetic mask. But those are okay, but they've got to have more than that, hopefully. But like I said, my expectations are down here, so let's see if they get raised. But anyway, once we get the information tomorrow, I'll come back on live. We'll talk about it. I'll get your opinions on what the updates entailed. Let me go over to here, and I got to do something here. This is a little different, a little bit different than normal, as you might expect. I have to do this manually. I have to do this manually. Normally I can do a bunch of them at the same time, but I can't right now. So DaVinci Resolve also released MVHEVC 8 editing today, 19.1, also known as spatial video editing. So there you go. They also did the camera with Apple, correct? Isn't that correct? They did the camera, whatever that video camera was. But once again, how many people are going to buy one of those cameras? A few hundred? There's 4 to 5 million Final Cut Pro users. The vast majority of them are not going to be using spatial video editing. I'm not going to be using it. I have no intentions of getting one of those big things on my face and watching videos that way. That's nothing that I'm interested in. Let me just do a couple more here. But anyway, we'll be letting everybody know what's going on at this Creative Summit as we go. I will be streaming live like I'm doing right now from my hotel room at the Juniper Hotel. Knowing Apple, they will find a way of making stereo video compelling to people even if they don't have a 3D way of viewing it. No, I just don't, you know, there's the goggles, I don't think the goggles sold that many. From what I've read online, they haven't sold that many. So I don't know how many they expected to sell, but they didn't sell that many pairs of them or whatever you want to call it. I'm just not going to edit like this with this big thing on my face. Doesn't interest me. When they get a better version of the Vision Pro, perhaps in a couple years, when they get a cheaper version, and you know, they say it's like Minority Report. No, it's not. No, it's not. Tom Cruise did not have big bulbous thing on his face. He was just doing stuff in the air. There was no Vision Pro portion. Tyler says, what I'm saying is that even though you may not be able to view it in 3D or VR, there could be other applications like photogrammetry that makes filming stereo compelling even for 2D. Yeah, that's very possible. Like I said, if it's just for the Vision Pro, I'm not going to be buying Vision Pro just so I can edit in Vision Pro. I'm not really interested. Can't wait to see what is revealed, and thank you for being our Final Cut representative. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I might do another one tonight. I'm going to try to do as many of these as possible. So I got here this afternoon. The flight was uneventful. It was fine, the way I like it. It got here a little before noon. Going to put this in a few more places while I'm talking to you. And everything, you know, the Juniper hasn't changed. It looks to be the same. Everything looks to be the same. The room's the same, the carpet's the same, the curtains are the same. The last time we were here was 2019. Now, hopefully tomorrow's not going to repeat of 2019, because 2019 there was no update to Final Cut Pro at all. Everybody came here 2016, 17, and 2018, there were updates to Final Cut Pro each one of those years. 2016 was 10.3, 2016 was 10.3, 2017 was 10.4, 2018 was 10.4.4, and 2019, when we expected 10.5, a lot of us did, nothing. There was nothing. There was no update in 2019, so no idea what to expect tomorrow. I expect like I said, my expectations are down here. So this is where they were last year as well because of the prior summits and the, let's just say the pace of Final Cut Pro development is not on par with every other NLE out there. It's much, much slower. And it doesn't have features that a lot of other NLEs have. But regardless of that, we're here. We're going to see what the Final Cut Pro team has in store for us. Once it's revealed, tomorrow afternoon, 11 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, we'll be seeing the Final Cut Pro team. I can't stream that live, of course. That's ridiculous. They'd put me in Apple jail if I tried to do that. They wouldn't let me. So there's going to be no streaming at the Apple campus, but we'll be able to post on Twitter, plus Apple themselves will probably post on their newsroom page whatever the update is to Final Cut Pro around 2 o'clock or so. What's happening with Logic? No, I have no idea. Have no idea. The weight of the device is the biggest issue, I understand. Yeah, could be. I'm sure that if you put those big things on your face, I'm sure it looks amazing, but I just don't want to put those big things on my face. I just don't want to put the big things on my face. I'm not interested in that. Now let's see what else we have. Post this in a few more places while I'm talking. Is the coffee better or the same? I bring my own coffee. Here's my DJI mic. I bring my own coffee. I grind it before I leave. I bring a stainless steel pour-over kettle. I went out and I got cream, real half and half for coffee in the morning. The coffee is across the street. If I get a coffee, it's going to be at the Starbucks across the street. Or there's another place up by the Habit Hamburger and Grill place. I'll try those out. I have worked with 360 photos and 2G projects. Look, maybe one of the presentations I'll be able to experience editing with Vision Pro, but I don't even want to put those on. I just don't like that. If it was just out there and you could see it somehow as projection or hologram, that would be very cool. But putting those big things on my face, it just doesn't interest me. Just does not interest me, but I'm glad for those of you that want to do it. That's fine. There's things that I like that for years I was after a scrolling timeline. It was number one on my list for years. 13 years I waited for it. And we finally got a scrolling timeline last year. Last year, the Creative Summit was not, like I said, my expectations were down here, but the same as they are this year. It's right about here because I have no idea what they're going to do. Besides that little drop-down menu with two little items, checklist items. Those are okay, but they're not like grandiose items. And then Vision Pro editing, once again, it's not affecting the majority of Final Cut Pro editors. It's only affecting a small portion, not 5 million. There's probably 4 to 5 to 6 million Final Cut Pro editors. out there. And the majority of them, a vast majority of them, are not going to be editing on the Vision Pro. It's fine. I like to see features that affect the majority of the 5 million. That's what I'd like to see. But anyway, let's let me do this. Let's go and watch a little bit of a movie. I shot a little bit of footage. So here is, let me get this up. I'm a little bit green. Let me see. Wireless microphone. Don't want to put camera. There we go. There we go. This is the Juniper. Looks like the old Juniper. Here we are. Good old Juniper Hotel. Looks like it hasn't changed much. Same as it used to be the last time I filmed here. Everything looks the same. The elevator looks the same. The carpet looks the same. The last time was 5 years ago. Nothing wrong with it. Here's our friend Ian Anderson. Came all the way from Australia. Ian likes to edit with Vision Pro. I know he's a big proponent of editing with the Vision Pro. So we'll see what he has to do. And there's Nick Haraz from FMC beside him.
How you doing, Mr. Taylor?
Hope you had a good trip.
Long as you're going.
I'm going to get something to eat. Hope you had a good trip. I still don't know what the heck you're teaching. Something to eat. One of them says teaching something.
It's going to be social media workflows.
Okay.
Social media.
More than one though.
I'm doing 2 Q&As as well. So we added just recently, I'm doing a Q&A with Tyler Stallman. He's before that.
Oh, you are?
So I'm doing, we're doing a back and forth.
Gabe? I don't want your left hand. I don't want your left hand. I want your right hand.
You might get start snacks.
For the next couple of nights.
Okay.
There you go. I'm sitting right there. This is my hotel room. Sorry, I had the audio muted. I got to turn it off so I can't monitor the audio. It gets to be. So this is my hotel room right here. This is what I'm at. I got a double bed. And this is the desk right below me is where I'm sitting right now. Right there in front of the windows, right below me there. And here it is, TV set, this is the bathroom over there. This is what it looks like. So I'm actually a little tired. It's 4:14, but to me it's 7, it's my bedtime, normal bedtime. So I'll go downstairs and see what's going on downstairs, see who's down there filming and stuff. Now, let me see, we're also on X, right? Yes, we are. Let me go over to there. View in Safari on X, there we are. Everybody that's on X. Now, the weird thing is, okay, I don't know why it's not showing up, Facebook's not showing up on my phone where it normally does, but that's okay, we got enough people watching. Yeah, so I got a MacBook Pro, and over to my right is my iPad Pro as the second screen, which is very, very cool. It's much better than just having one screen like I've been doing. I now have a second screen that I can put things off to the side. Like right now I'm monitoring the YouTube channel and the Facebook feed, but Juniper. But I don't have my physical mute button like I normally had. I got to do a software mute. He says 1:15 a.m. there. 1:15, yeah, it's 4:15 here, Pacific Standard Time. So what are you expecting tomorrow from the Creative Summit, from the Final Cut Pro team? With Apple team, maybe, just maybe, share their plans for the future of Final Cut Pro 11. At the Q&A, one can only dream. So they will not share their plans. They will never do that. This is in Austria, Europe, okay? So they won't share their plans of what they're going to be doing. They don't want to hear feature requests. They don't want to hear stuff. It's more about, they may say generic things on what's going on. They may say generic plans. Like the last time they said, oh, we have plans with Final Cut Pro for the next 6 months and the next 5 and 6 years. Good evening. How was the flight? The flight was uneventful, which is exactly the way I like it. The flight was really good. You know what? Let me see something here. The flight was uneventful. Everything was fine. Landed, takeoff. They had a map of the United States, and you could watch your flight as it goes over. Thank you. Now, where is that information? That's for there. I don't want that. Somewhere, I don't even see where it is. I'll have to figure it out. But let me go over here and look at the, I got to monitor what's going on. Yeah, wherever they're fine, wherever they're live. So I noticed that Rode came out with a new microphone today, a little teeny microphone, a micro or something, wireless. I'm not really interested in a small microphone that doesn't have two things. Number one, it doesn't have a backup recording like my DJI mic does. It's backup recording, 24-bit, 32-bit. If it doesn't have that, I'm not interested. And if I can't plug a lapel mic into it, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in those micro wireless microphones if you doesn't have a backup recording, especially a backup recording, at least in 16-bit. I mean, at least in 24-bit. I think an update will include captions. Something, they showed us something with captions. We don't know what it is. Automatic captions, no idea. No idea. I mean, Premiere, Avid, Blackmagic Design, they've all had text-based editing for over a year and a half, and we still haven't seen it in Final Cut. They're so far behind with text-based editing, it's incredible. Maybe we'll see it tomorrow. Who in the heck knows? I have no idea what they're going to do. But like I said, my expectations are down here. There's been no evidence that there's going to be anything spectacular and we're going to just throw our hands up and say, wow, look at that. Because in 11 months, there's been one update to Final Cut Pro in 11 months. That was 10.8. So now we'll see what happens tomorrow. Now we will see what happens tomorrow. Something to do with captions, Roz. I'm not sure what. Not sure what. So I'll get up tomorrow morning. Most people are watching today on YouTube right now. I'll get up tomorrow morning and do another live stream, give you a chance, give everybody a chance to comment. What are you looking for in an update to Final Cut Pro? I heard somebody predicting an increased or ongoing connection to DaVinci Resolve. I'm not sure of the motivation there. I don't think so. I don't see any. I don't think so. Hey, Richard, thanks for the coverage. Looking forward to hearing what the updates will be. Have fun. Yeah, well, you'll know as soon as we know, but not with a live stream. The live stream will have to wait until a little bit later. Here's what's going to happen tomorrow. Based on last year, we're going to get together tomorrow for coffee, conversation, registration, have introductory meetings and sessions, get on a bus, go to Apple Campus, Spaceship Campus, see a presentation from the Final Cut Pro team at 2 o'clock. We'll see whatever they have to show the Final Cut Pro community at 2 o'clock, 2:10, 2:15. At that point, we'll know something, what's going on. I won't be streaming live at that point. I'll stream live later in the evening, after 6, say. Because I'm probably going to go to the Spaceship gift shop this time. Dream feature, a way to do Adobe Generative Fill natively in Final Cut Pro. I'm not sure what that is. Especially if it's video aware, what is that? I'm not sure what that is. Command post for the win, I'm not sure what you mean. Command post is an application that has a lot of features. You mean just you want Apple to take care of all those features like they did last year with the scrolling timeline? Is that what you're telling me? Who in the heck knows? We know of 3 features. Oh, using AI to generate visuals. There you go. Using AI to generate visuals. Yeah, I like editing. I like the process of editing. As a musician, when I'm going in the studio, I don't want AI to write my songs. I want to write the songs myself. AI maybe to help record them and stuff. As a video editor, I like physically editing. Now, some of the repetitive stuff, I don't like doing captions. Color correction, I'd rather have somebody else do that, so we'll have to see. I want to see advanced AI search for media on my server. Show me exterior nighttime shots, for example. Yep. New version, 11, or I'm jumping over in Resolve. It's pretty damn powerful. I have to believe if Final Cut Pro is going to keep up with the big boys, then the version 11 better be a big update. It wouldn't make sense, whatever they got in store for us tomorrow morning, it would not make sense to jump to version 11 with just a couple of little features. That makes 0 sense. If they're only going to do a couple of little features, just say 10.8.2. Don't even go to 10.8.5 or 10.9. Those indicate a bigger jump. So if it is going to 11, it better be a lot of stuff we've been asking for quite a while. I am Final Cut Pro full-time user and cannot get into DaVinci, but the color grading is another level. Yeah, of course. That's what DaVinci's known for, is color grading and stuff. But look at their audio mixer. It's leaps and bounds better than Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro's is very rudimentary. I know some people like it and they say, oh, rolls. Yeah. That's why all the post houses send their mixers out to Pro Tools. And there's problems with it, so. No, I'm not a big fan of Final Cut's audio. the way it's set up. For video, it's okay, but it's not as sophisticated like Logic or Pro Tools or DaVinci Resolve Fairlight. It's not as sophisticated as any of those. So we'll see. We'll be back tomorrow night. I'll probably be back tomorrow morning. I might do a live stream from downstairs. We'll have to see how it's going. But I am going to get to bed early tonight. Charge up everything. My main use of GF is filling in pillar boxes of 4x3 with matching AI-generated content to make it 60x9. Sure, something like that makes complete sense. Something like that makes complete sense. Anything AI can do, stuff that's boring and repetitive, captions, they're using AI or machine learning for color grading, doing the basic match. In Final Cut, noise reduction, absolutely. It's very strange. Very strange. So I want what everybody else is doing, what you want to see in Final Cut Pro tomorrow, the update. I don't even know if it's going to be 11. I mean, I presumed since Logic jumped from 10.8 to 11 in 6 months, that Final Cut would do the same thing. But I have no idea. Have no idea. I'm just checking my... That's what I thought. I was just checking on a charge on my credit card. That's exactly what I thought was what it was. So let me see, we got some more comments about what they'd like to see in Final Cut. I'd love to see an AI cleanup tool for video clips. Erase a Starbucks cup left in a scene. There you go. That's a good job for AI, so the boring stuff. So magnetic mask, do we have any idea what that is? Let me see something. I'm going to just check on one thing. Now, here's the downside, is I am getting tired. That's the downside of coming from the East Coast to the West Coast. I am getting a bit tired. I'm going to see what this is and what this is. That's probably... Let me see. Use reaction presenter overlays and other effects. I'm not even sure if that's available. Huh. See, that's not available. I don't have that available. It is not available for me. Well, that's all right. No big deal. Love to see. So we have a lot of ideas what AI can do and what people want to see it do. I mean, for me, cleaning up audio is fantastic. And, cleaning up the audio background noise and stuff, that's great. So, is everybody excited about tomorrow? If you go to sleep now, you'll be up by 2 a.m. your time. Exactly, East Coast time. So it's 10%. I got to do a bunch of stuff. Hold on a second. I'm going to get my watch charged up. Well, you can still hear me, right? You can still hear me because I got the DJI mic on. Let me start charging my phone up. My watch up because it's almost uncharged. There we go. I guess it's charging. I guess it is charging. Fantastic. So let me just say one thing. You all, let me just go over here. My biggest issue is a workflow issue, most likely something I need to figure out, but when I import a bunch of clips, I would love an auto delete function to delete clips not being used. You mean in your project? Is that what you're talking about? Your library? Because of the wonderful, wonderful things it does, absolutely. Hello from Gate 56 in Los Angeles. You can't spell layover without LA. There you go. Yeah, I had a good flight, so I don't have any issues with that. I'll have to go on in the folder, deleting clips not being used. You mean in the folder in the browser, or you mean the folder in the Finder? Yeah, there's a lot of things, media management. There's a lot of things media management wise that we could use in Final Cut. A lot of things. I mean, that's one of the things. Yeah, being able to folder in the Finder. Can't you just not select those clips and import? I use the folder in the Finder, and I don't, I know what you're saying. You wish there was some kind of AI process where you could you know what? Let me see if I can do this. Now, how do you turn that on? Lost your feed there for a moment. Did it lose? Is it on? Let me turn that off. It's still on there. Let's see what it is there. There we go. Well, we'll have to just see. How do I turn on? Let me just go up here for the camera. Huh. Let me see what the heck's this. Oh, you know what? If I turn that on, I bet you. Well, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to go get a drink of water. I'll be right back. All right, let's get back to these comments. We're doing this for you all. We'll do it tomorrow too after. Well, it'll be one louder, won't it? I'm not sure what you mean. Brett. It'll be one louder, won't it? So yeah, so Rosin Inspire video run into the same issues with R3D files. You can't preview them until they are in Final Cut Pro. I just organize within events, then delete bad takes. Yeah, it would be nice. The dry air in those planes will dehydrate you. Did you get a direct flight? That certainly does. So I try to drink a lot of water before I get on a flight. They won't let you come through. They won't let you come through TSA with a water bottle. So I bring an empty bottle. It was empty, and I get water once I get through TSA. And I drink water before the flight. So I typically get there 2 hours before my flight takes off. So I've been drinking a lot since then as well. What did you think of the Pixelmator acquisition? Boy, that's something. I love Pixelmator. I use Pixelmator to do all my graphics. So we'll do some live stuff tomorrow. So there's 2 sets of live things that I'll be doing. Number 1 is in my hotel room. This is where I'll be doing a lot of clips that I acquired during the day. We'll be talking about things, a lot of comments from you, the audience. Now, when I'm live streaming during the day, I can't do comments and stuff some of the times. It's more bare bones. At nighttime, I'll be able to do them. And in the morning, I'll try to do a live stream tomorrow night I will do a live stream tomorrow night after the Final Cut Pro team shows us what they're going to do. Look, it could be 10.8.2, could be 10.8.5, could be 10.9, could be Final Cut Pro 11. I have no idea. If it is Final Cut Pro 11, I sure the heck hope they have a lot of features. There's no sense in going to 11 if you're just going to sprinkle a couple of features in there. That makes 0 sense. That makes 0 sense. I'm not sure what you mean, 11 joke. Did they mention Apple motion updates in the past at the summit? Yes, they do. Motion, Logic. Last year they did Logic update. They did Final Cut iPad update. And didn't they do a motion update last year? They did a motion update last year. Yes, they did. Last flights I took, I had 2 water bottles full of dark chocolate covered espresso beans. Well, there you go. There you go. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't even know what time my watch is charging now. You have plans today, Richard, or are you just going to stay all day in your hotel? It's 4:30 here. I'm gonna go downstairs and check and see if there's anything going on in the, they have a restaurant bar downstairs. I think Philip said something about a champagne hour, but I don't drink, so I'll go down and see what's going on down there. Are you allowed to post to X in real time from the summit? Yeah, everything in real time. X is the most free platform. I can do what I want there. I don't have any, there's no strikes there for stuff. As long as it's not illegal. You don't want to use copyrighted music or anything like that. But I can't post from the Apple spaceship live. You can't do that because Apple won't allow that. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck to all of us. Good luck to all of us. Rosin Inspired are 3D files or red raw files. You need a plugin from Red so Final Cut Pro and other NLEs to read them. Good luck tomorrow. Can read them. Oh, 11 joke, 1 louder than 10. Gotcha. Yeah, well, wouldn't that make sense? Since they're skipping from 10.8 to 11, that they would be big. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, my expectations are moderated. They're down below mid-level, but bring them up. That would be fine, like they did last year. Last year, my expectations were down because of the slow pace of development of Final Cut Pro. I don't care what the excuses are. I've heard all the excuses. For years, I've heard excuses. Oh, it's Metal 2. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's AI. Oh, it's the 3D development for Vision Pro. Oh, it's the iPad. I don't care about all that. I'm a Final Cut Pro editor. I want nuts and bolts Final Cut Pro features. I want them to concentrate on that. The rest of the stuff, I'm not interested in that. Understand now, and yes, agree the best way to view is a browser, and importing clips is my go-to. You know what? I have the wrong glasses on. That's one of the problems I'm having here. What the heck? I got my these are my computer glasses. Now I can see better. These are the glasses that I wear when I'm out. Everything's in better focus now. Are there vendor booths at the summit like the old Macworld Expos? Vendor Expo night is Thursday night. Thursday night is Expo night. Yes, there will be vendor booths at an Expo night. Future Media Conferences does an excellent job at these events. They have food for us. They have lunches for us. Box lunches. They might, I don't know, sometimes they have coffee and bagels and stuff in the morning. Have to see how that goes. But yes, tomorrow night. So I feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I hope Santa doesn't disappoint. Has Santa disappointed you before, Joe? Has the Final Cut Pro disappointed you in the past? They've not been consistent, so we'll have to see. The last time we were at the Juniper in 2019, there was no update at all. There was nothing new in 2019 here at the Juniper. We'll have to see what's going on this time. This is the lobby. If you saw my videos that I did of the Juniper lobby, this is the same lobby as before. Same elevator, same little decor, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, so it's very, very cool. We got a lot of people watching over your YouTube. So this is the roadway going across.
You gonna start snacks?
For the next couple of nights.
Okay.
There you go.
Extreme and exceptional drought, but even drier than normal in many spots across the upper Midwest.
I'll have more videos. I'll go downstairs in a little while and do some more videos from the bar and have them for you tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow morning is going to be 6, maybe 6 o'clock. Between 6 and 7, I'll kick on one of these live streams tomorrow morning. I'm not going to do any more from my hotel room tonight. I'm kind of tired. We'll have to see how that goes. In my head, I give Final Cut the last chance tomorrow, but in the end, even with the disappointments, I love it too much. But damn, please, some good updates finally. I hope so. I hope so. Thanks. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for version 11 with lots of feature updates included. All that you mocked up in your graphic files, and I hope we get some expanded Sony camera support. So what I mock up, I've been mocking them up for years. I have a top 100 list. And the Final Cut Pro team absolutely knocks things off of that top 100 list. Perfect example, scrolling timeline, 10.7 last year. That's been the number one complaint for me about Final Cut Pro for 13 years. The whole time it's been out, they never scrolling timeline. It's ridiculous. It took them 13 years to get the scrolling timeline. Other ones are dupe detection. That took 11, 12 years to get dupe detection. There's a lot of things that they're slow to develop. So we'll have to see what they got to show us tomorrow. So far we've seen two little tiny drop-down items, magnetic mask and whatever the caption things is, but is that anything new? No, it's old. DaVinci Resolve. Listen, if I got to do captions, if I got to do text-based editing, I go in DaVinci Resolve. Period. It does a great job. I really like it. If Final Cut Pro doesn't get text-based editing, I'll just be using DaVinci Resolve more. That's all. I'll be using it more. Oddly, I hope the update is so significant that I have to pay to upgrade. I don't think there's going to be anything about paying. People are talking about subscriptions. There's been no, that's just nonsense. Nobody said anything about subscriptions. I mean, that would be crazy for them to do that unannounced. If they're going to, it's just not the model that they've done so far. I get it though, Apple is a lot like Honda. They don't always have the latest bells and whistles as soon as others, but once they add a feature, they're not perfected. Hold on to your hats because they do it better than the other guys. Sometimes they do it better. Other times they don't. Remember, the Final Cut Pro development team is watching. Absolutely they are. Final Cut Pro team watches our live streams. Absolutely they do. Oh, you know what? So let me just go over here. Well, let me see something here. Log in. So you can support me over here for the work that I'm doing at the Creative Summit. buymeacoffee.com. buymeacoffee.com/Richard Taylor. So what did I do? Today I bought hamburgers and fries from some of the people that bought me a coffee. Yes, I did. I went over to Habit Burger and Fry place, and I got a double cheeseburger, French fries, and a medium drink. It was, the time I got done with the tip, it was $20. It was $20. Daniel Goyette, I think he's from Canada. Pretty sure he's from Canada. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I want to do it over here. There we go. Now let's see what happens then when I do this. There we go. So we got our friends over here. Let me turn these off. So we got our friends, Daniel Goyette, Sean Beckner, Jan Bladau bought 3 coffees. Emily, coffee. Daniel bought another one. Daniel keeps buying me coffees. Daniel, thank you so much. Buymeacoffee.com. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of all these people that are buying me coffees and supporting me for the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I really, really appreciate it. Let me just go over here and I'm going to post it in the chat. There we go. Okay, there's a link you can use now. The link is there. You can buy, you click on the link and it'll take you there to support me while I'm here at the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. California's not cheap. I got gas is $2 a gallon more than it was in Maryland here in California. $2 more a gallon. Whatever. $2 more. That's a lot. All right, everyone. I think I'm going to, if you have any more comments on what oh, our friend Brett says, I'll buy 2 coffees so you come pick me up at the airport. I don't think that's going to happen. The Uber from the airport to here was $60, something like that. Something like that, $60. Oh man, that's good. Airplanes definitely dry you out. Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe over here at the YouTube channel. The Final Cut Pro team, hopefully you got a good solid update for us tomorrow. Something solid. Something solid. Something besides Vision Pro editing. All right. He says, okay, 3 coffees. I'm just at the San Jose airport, so hopefully not $60. That shouldn't be that much. I was SFO. Coffees incoming, absolutely. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. So every time I have a meal, let me see something here. Let me do this. And let me do this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, well, here we go. Let me show you. Movies. This is what I got today. Look at this. This is this is what I bought because of you. Because you, all you people who buy me at coffee.com, look at this great meal I got today. I got this giant double cheese, because I was hungry. I didn't eat anything besides Fritos or something. Giant double cheeseburger, it's really good, and a big thing of French fries and an iced tea. It's because of all the people who buy me a coffee. Go over there, buymeacoffee.com/Richard Taylor. That's where it is. I mean, it's expensive out here. It's expensive to come here. Let me put up there again. There it is right there. Buymeacoffee.com/Richard Taylor. Joe says coffee is incoming. Thank you very much, Joe. Dan Dillman just said, I just sent you a cup of coffee. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dan. Fire someone tomorrow if we don't get what we want. And if we do, delete this message. So look, the Final Cut Pro development is a complicated process. Sometimes there's things we're more satisfied with than other times. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. That's all. We'll have to just see what happens tomorrow. It's just going to be good to see everybody again. I've seen Steve Martin and Mark Spencer and my friend Brad Olson and Ian Anderson and Nick Haraz. Chris Hawking was down there. I saw him too as well. If I didn't have a whole box of mac and cheese with tuna and salsa. Alrighty. Any other comments you want to make before we head out of here? Let me just see. I'll just look over here real quick. That was my ride from the Uber ride. Here's my hotel room. That's that. We can see that one. Chris Hawking going to be there. Yes, Chris is here. I've already seen him a couple times. Here's my burger and fries, and here's a view from the across the street. There's across the street. There's a Juniper sign there. Hotel sign. Across the street we have a Starbucks. And then right across the street, I imagine some people is Starbucks. Right across the street. You gotta cross up at the corner. This is the Parkview restaurant right there. Part of the Juniper Hotel chain. Restaurant bar. I'm gonna go get something to eat. You know what? There's across the street. There's a Juniper sign there. Jason Jasenberg. Thank you, Jason. You just bought me a coffee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great summit. Thanks for the post, Richard. Thank you, Roz, for tuning in. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We got 60, 70 people watching live tonight, and it's not, there's nothing to report yet, but tomorrow, by this time tomorrow, what time is it? No, not this time. So after the summit, after we go to see Apple Park tomorrow, I'm probably going to go to the Apple Park Visitor Center. Probably. Not 100% sure, but you have two options. You go to Apple Park, you come back to the Juniper, or you go to Apple Park and you go to the Visitor Center. I'll probably go to the Visitor Center, probably, tomorrow. Have to see. But I'm not going to last too much longer tonight. It's 5 o'clock, which is about 8 o'clock my time. I'm sound asleep at 8 o'clock typically because I get up early. I get up at 1:30 in the morning this morning. 1:30 in the morning I got up. So I'll take a walk down there to the bar, see what's going on down there. And we will be back. I'll come back on tomorrow morning to do some more chat before we head out for the day. Tomorrow's Apple Day. Before we head out to Apple Spaceship Campus, I'll do another live stream in the morning. I might do a live stream downstairs, but when I'm doing them downstairs, unless I can set up my laptop, I really can't be as interactive as I can when I'm in the hotel room just relaxing. I got a bunch of junk food. Normally I don't eat that much junk food, but I got a bunch of junk food. We'll have to see how that. I'll just eat a little bit every day. All right, everyone. Don't forget buymeacoffee.com. Richard Taylor. Go over there and do that. And we are at the Final Cut TV live for the FCP Creative Summit. I want to say thank you to the Final Cut Pro team, Apple, and Future Media Conferences. Without them, this event doesn't happen. Without the both of them, this event does not happen. You have to catch up with George Edmondson. He and some of his team from Seed Creative will be there, I believe, attending. Yeah, we're supposed to catch up. He brought some people up from down south? I forget where. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. That's weird. Yeah, there we go. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to head downstairs. I'll probably just do some filming. I don't think I'm going to do any live stream from down there. We'll have to see. And we'll be back tomorrow morning to discuss more before we go to Apple Park. All right, everyone? Thanks a lot. Don't forget to support me over there at buymeacoffee.com/Richard Taylor. It's very, very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much. See you later. That's the idea. See you all later. I intend to. I'm going to get a good night's sleep and be fresh tomorrow for Apple Day. We're all going to be waiting to see what they have to show us. Talk to you all later.